Good morning, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
So, yes, today we are going to do how to stay motivated.
Yes. A very important topic that I need to talk
Motivated.
about a lot.
Yeah?
I need to
You need
learn from you.
motivation?
Yes.
Okay, good topic. So, first, I want to ask you,
Oh, no.
あなたはどんな人ですか？
僕はやる気がない人と思います。I said I'm a not very motivated person, I think.
So, I asked, what kind of person are you? あなたはどんな人ですか? And he said, やる気がない人. Meaning someone who is not motivated. So he's not motivated for especially what? You're not motivated.
Sadly, recently sometimes everybody in life, you get busy, you have things going on. Sometimes motivation fails, but today I'm going to learn with all of you how to keep it up.
How to keep it up.
Pick it back
I
up.
think I need it too.
Yeah.
We
So
need
it's a
it.
good topic.
So,
Risa, あなたはどんな人ですか?
私は好きなことにはやる気があります。
Oh.
嫌いなことにはやる気がありません。
なるほど。
So I'm really motivated for something I like, but I'm not motivated at all for something I don't like to do.
That's often how it is, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes the things you really want to accomplish aren't always necessarily the most fun immediately, but you have to have motivation and good habits to accomplish your goals.
Yes. All right, let's go to the next page.
So today we'll be talking about 3 simple rules. It's just 3 easy things you can remember. And that kind of dispels some myths about motivation, right?
And the first one is?
Action comes first. Okay, so why is it important to start first?
Real motivation comes from experience. どうぞ.
The Japanese?
Yes.
Keiken.
Keiken meaning experience. So, and seeing results. 結果 meaning?
Results.
Yes.
So if you start by doing something, you see the outcome of having done it instead of sitting around and waiting for something to start happening.
経験と結果.
And then the more you see results, the easier it is to keep doing it.
Easier it is.
It's much more effective than sitting around and waiting.
So, what can you do right now?
Right now.
What can you do? What can we do?
Right now, I think there's a number of things we can do.
Okay.
For example, this small text here. Download our free PDFs on JapanesePod101.com. How would you say that in Japanese?
無料の PDF をダウンロードしてください.
Muryo meaning free.
Free. Do you like something free?
Yes.
Yeah?
But there's always a catch, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier.
So we said, ただより怖いものはない. ただ meaning free. There's no... Can you translate in English?
There's nothing scarier than something free.
Exactly. And you said there's English proverb as well for it.
Yeah, in English we would say there's no such thing as a free lunch. Meaning, whenever you get something for free, you're usually expected to do something in return. But this is one of those magical cases where you can just get free PDFs.
Yeah. And we have so many kinds of PDF cheat sheets, which look like these things. I think most of you guys know already for this existence.
You've talked about them a lot during a lot of your streams.
And we also have JLPT N5 made easy. So something related to this lesson as well.
It pairs well with
JLPT
the
N5.
other worksheet. So go get your worksheet and then get your JLPT N5 cheat sheet, which will teach you about the kanji, and the worksheet will help you learn to write them.
And we have some fun cheat sheets as well. Like we have something called romance and love.
Yes.
Or family and relationship.
Significant other in Japan. Pick up some key phrases.
Yes.
And of course, family and relatives. A lot of people learn languages because they have family from that area. So that's always good to be able to communicate and connect with your family.
Yes.
And
some other things you guys can do. Audio lesson を聞く.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think we did it last live stream. No, last live stream, because there was no live stream last week.
Was anybody here in the last live stream? And do you remember what sentences we learned with these? A little flash review, pop quiz for you. It was something about while doing something else. You can listen to audio lessons. Oh wait, that's video. You can watch video lessons or listen to audio lessons. I think it was 電車乗りながら。
はあ、そうだね。電車に乗りながらオーディオレッスンを聞く。So 電車に乗りながら meaning while on the train.
And the same can apply to video lessons. 電車に乗りながらビデオレッスンを見る。
そうそうそう。電車に乗りながらビデオレッスンを見る。
And we'll mention that later about ways to build the study habit into your life.
I heard the best way to learn language is to have partner from the country. Is that
makes
true?
sense. As long as they don't also speak your native language.
Yeah.
My wife's Japanese and her English is really good. So we always speak English.
Yeah.
But I have friends whose wives are Japanese and they only speak Japanese. And those friends' Japanese is really good.
Oh, so...
Kind of depends, right?
Yeah. If you try.
Okay, let's keep on moving.
Okay.
Another thing you can start with right now is on the site. If you click the link in the description, get your kanji, what's it called? Workbook. After
kanji
that,
worksheet.
You can go find these. It's called the word of the day. And every day, the site will send you a new Japanese word with some examples and definition and description. So if you have trouble getting in the habit of studying and remembering to study, do you think an email with a new word every day would help with that? Maybe.
Yes.
You're supposed to say yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I think so. I know that I've signed up for some services, and when I keep getting these emails reminding me to do it, it gives me a little bit of guilt, but it's like, okay, I got to get back in there. I can't just keep ignoring these. And at least this email is also teaching you something. So if nothing else, you're learning a new word every day.
And they teach you random words for you, like this one. Otama.
Wait, who knows? Cover it up. What's otama mean?
Yeah.
Ding
And
dong,
this picture.
ding dong.
So otama meaning ladle, right?
Ladle.
That's what I learned today from him. I thought it's ladle.
But it's ladle.
Ladle.
Yes.
Ladle. Otama.
Otama.
Otama ne.
What would you use a ladle for in Japanese food?
Nabe.
Nabe.
Hot pot.
Hot pot. Very big in the winter. We're getting close to prime nabe
Nabe
season.
season is coming. Nabe season. All right.
Rule number 2, to stay motivated, have a go-to study method.
So yeah, I actually asked you, what does it mean?
Yeah, a go-to study method. That's kind of I wouldn't call it slang, but it's very conversational style English.
Because I was cutting the phrase here. Have a go to study method.
Yeah.
You said.
Have a go.
Yeah, exactly.
To
That's what I thought. So I was like, what does this mean? And I asked Kayo and he explained perfectly. And he said, here, right?
Yes.
A go-to study
That's
method.
right. And a go-to study method is something that no matter what, if you don't have motivation, if you don't know how to get started, you have something that you can always start with, that you can just jump in and you're comfortable with, and it starts the process.
So do what gets you going.
Yes.
Right.
And every activity you have, there's something that starts it, right? Like, for example, Risa, when you come in to the office, what's the first thing you do?
Check in する.
Check in.
Check in?
Like clock in?
I mean, clock in.
Clock in,
Yeah.
okay. And then you sit at your computer and you probably have a lot of things on your mind, videos to think about. What's the first task you usually start with?
Reply to the messages.
Yeah. I think that's common for a lot of people. You sit down and you catch up with your emails, you catch up with your messages.
Yes.
You kind of start thinking about what's going to happen in the day, and that's, before you know it, you're in the middle of your workday. Studying's kind of the same. So you were really good at English. You obviously studied for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you were learning, did you have something like that you could always start with?
I was learning 3 words a day.
Every day?
Yeah, almost.
When you were...
Sometimes when I'm motivated.
When you were yariki.
やる気があるとき。やる気、motivation. やる気があるときは、1日に3 words a day.
That's a nice goal. It's easily doable.
Yeah.
A common mistake, which we'll talk about in the next rule, is setting too ambitious goals that you can't accomplish and then you give up. Like 3 words a day, you can do that.
Yeah. or even one word a day.
And if it's a good day, you finish your 3 words, you might keep going.
Exactly. And also, タスクシートを確認する. What do you think about this? タスクシー
Create
トを
a
確認
task
する.
sheet. That's for the very serious type A people.
Yeah, I think it's not for me.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
But everybody's different.
You're not as well.
I don't create a task sheet for
Me too.
studying.
Mm.
But it could be helpful. You
Could
can
be.
you can look at it each day and you know what your goals are and what you want to accomplish, and that's a great way to get started. Okay, I think we have a couple more methods
はい。
to keep you like good go-to study methods.
はい。
One is, so the reason you want to go to study method, just to review, you can naturally jump in and start learning. And one method that is highly recommended is called shadowing. Do you know what that is?
Shadowing.
You sound
Do you know what
excited.
that is?
I do.
I do.
Okay.
That's shadowing.
Exactly. Everything I said, Risa was saying it as I said it. So if we were practicing English, right now, can you shadow me, Risa?
Yeah, sure.
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
So today,
So today,
I'm going to try to drink some coffee.
I'm going to try to drink some coffee.
But not too much coffee, because
not too
then I
much
will
coffee.
become jittery.
もう一回。Too much.
So that's shattering. You can listen to an audio lesson
Yes.
or anything in your target language and just repeat what they're saying. Even if you don't completely understand it or if you can't completely keep up, instead of just listening, you're activating the speech center of your brain, and you're actually getting that important output that is so often missing in this digital world where you are always looking but never actually reproducing.
Shadowing, like your shadow.
Yeah.
Shadowing.
So it's another easy way to jump in, start listening to some audio and shadow.
I like that technique, shadowing.
Yeah?
I used to do while learning English. So shadowing. I did
You shadowed?
I shadowed some random people on the bus.
Actually, in front of them?
No,
You
I'm
just walked
sitting
up and they're
behind and I hear they speaking and I just...
I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah? No, I'm serious.
I picture you like two people are having a conversation and you just show up and you start saying what one of the other person...
No!
The other people is...
That's a weird...
But it worked, right?
It worked. I think it worked. I still remember what I was shadowing. That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And it sticks with you.
Yes. Good way.
Okay, last rule. Rule number 3 is always set goals.
いつもゴールを設定する。いつも。So, いつも meaning always. ゴール。goals を particle 設定する。
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 So in Japanese, set sounds a lot like set in English. 設定。
設定。
Makes it easy to remember.
Always set goals. いつもゴールを設定する。
What are some examples of some good goals that you can set?
例えばですね。歌詞を理解する。
歌詞を理解する。
歌詞 meaning lyrics を理解する。Understand the lyrics.
Or the basic concept with goals is you want to make sure they're achievable, that they're realistic. Something, if your goal is, I want to be perfectly fluent in Japanese next month. Do you think you're going to accomplish that goal?
Maybe if I...
Oh, you can, no problem.
No, maybe if I'm took away to the alien, and if I go to the other planet and some special operation in my head, maybe I might.
But that's probably not going to happen, right? So your goal is better. 3 new words a day.
Yes.
Easily doable. You can accomplish that. And that's what a lot of people who accomplish a lot of things have in common. They set goals and they stick to them so that it's not just some vague... Learning a language can take so many years, and if you don't see results or have any real way to measure what you're doing, it's very easy to get burnt out.
For example, like maybe I shadow you perfectly or something like that. Yeah.
Or I liked your example, learning lyrics to a song. That's an easy goal. Here are a few others.
Yes. So like I said, 歌詞を理解する. Understand lyrics.
And that's 歌詞?
Lyrics.
O?
Particle.
理解?
Understand.
tsuru.
To do.
That's very useful Japanese, I think.
Oh, I got an idea. So you say Japanese?
I say it in Japanese?
You said in Japanese and I
You acted-
translate in English. We can make a song.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a random. Just it came.
Right now?
I'm gonna shut up. Okay, so the test.
I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
Testo, so that's Japanese language proficiency test. It's a great example, which we have the worksheets for in the description.
Mm-hmm.
You can pass the N5, then the N4, then the N3. So it's broken up into chunks that you can do. You don't just have to start with N1, where that's the level that you need if you're going to do a PhD in Japan. You can't start with that. Start with N5.
Or, I like this one. 旅行.
Ryoko, travel.
Travel.
That's a good one.
Yes.
You travel a lot, right?
Yes. Recently, I was in the Philippines.
Ooh.
So I think some of you guys can see from my skin color change.
Got some nice sun.
Yeah. Even though I put lots of sunscreens, my skin color changed. Darker. Which is, I like it. Looks healthier. Okay. 1ヶ月で100語学ぶ. Learn 100 words in 1 month.
That's also a really good goal. If you break it down 30 days in a month, three words a day, you're at 90. So using your method, you're already almost to that 100 words in a month goal.
But when I see this, I feel like it's too much.
Yeah. So maybe
but actually it's not that.
If you can increment it, that's part of where that test sheet comes. Because then you see, oh, it's 3 words a day. That's totally doable.
Yeah.
Easier than looking at 100 words.
Or you can just do 1日に単語を1語覚える. Learn a word a day.
And you can use the daily, what was it called?
Daily.
The service on the site, the Japanese
email.
word of the day. That's
word
right.
of the day. So, 1日に単語を1語覚える. That sounds more realistic.
Yes.
Okay. So, should we?
Yes. One more time. We've mentioned it throughout the stream. The purpose of today's lesson is this amazing Learn Japanese worksheets for the N5 and N4 JLPT test for learning the kanji. You can get this for free in the description right now. It's above on Facebook or below on YouTube.
By the way, this looks different from here because it's pure red, but this with black border because the printer was...
We don't have... The printer's not in great shape today.
That's why. So...
Yeah, go get that. And I think that will bring us to the summary of what we went over today. Let's recap to make sure people can stay motivated.
Okay.
Rule number 1.
どこだ?
Action comes first.
そう、行動。
Start by doing.
考える前に行動する。Act before thinking. 考える前に行動する。And rule number 2.
Have a go-to study method.
Have a go-to study method.
Not have a go.
Study method. I thought so. Okay. And
something that gets you started every time you sit down to study. And finally?
Always set goals.
Yes.
いつもゴールを設定する。
Keep track of what you're accomplishing along the way. Makes it way easier to stay motivated.
Yes.
So that brings us to the end of this lesson.
Yes.
Thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you for having me again, Lisa. It's always fun. Thank you, everybody.
ありがとうございました。では、チャオ！さよなら。また。